Lots of folks coming in the room. Good to see everybody today. Let's see, I see Adele. Hello, Adele. Nice to have you here today. Hello, Pete in Florida. Great to see you. Hello, Zeta and Tenny in Chicago. Hello, two small people. Can you wave? Yay. Hello, Janet and Peter in Toronto. And hello, Nancy. Great to have you. And hello, Dennis in British Columbia and Terry. Hello, Kathleen in Albuquerque. Hello, Anne. Hello, Fran. Hello, Isabel in Florida. Hello, Bonnie in Idaho. Hello, Mary in Maryland. Nice stretch. Hello, Busy. You're not Busy. Hello, Busy. That's Wiley. Hi, Wiley. Your name says Busy. Hi,
Hello.
Mommy.
Yeah, hello.
And hi, Carolyn. And hello, Busy. There's the real Busy. And hi, Jennifer. Hi, Mary. Hi, Michelle. Michelle coming in from Trinidad and Tobago. I'll get it right at some point. Hi, Amy. Hi, Dan in Virginia. Hi, Beryl Collins, Mommy in Chicago. Dion, Nancy, Steve Winnick, great to have you. And hello to a small Whippy coming in from Cambridge. Great to see you, sweetie. Hi, Julie and Mary Ruth and Jane and Greg and Diane and lots more folks. Barry, Barbara, Heidi, Sandy, Susan. Great to have everybody here today. We're really super you've all jumped in to join us today. Hi also to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Sorry, I can't say your names, but we're delighted that you're here with us. If you are new to us, please pop your state or your country into the chat box, either here in the Zoom or on Facebook Live, so that we can see where it is you're coming from. We love to know that. So welcome to the Washington Rebels Carpe Diem Arts Daily Antidote of Song. I'm Jo Rossi, and I am the Community Engagement Director at Washington Rebels, and I'm also on the board of Carpe Diem Arts. And I did see that we have the ED of Carpe Diem Arts, Busy Graham, and the ED of Washington Rebels, Greg Lewis, in the room with us today. Thanks, guys, for joining. So we've been doing this program. Today is our 101st day. So it's really exciting that we've been singing together this long. Seems impossible. And at the same time, it's been an anchor that's made the days go by. We started this in order to have a little isolation. And we've expanded to really be thinking and singing a lot about social issues, especially crisis of racial injustice that has become more on the forefront of our minds over the last months. And our group here, as we remain active on the subject of racial injustice, there is a constructive white conversation that many of us will be joining on the last Wednesday in July. Please feel free to email me for more info and to join us that night for some discussion. So I would also like to say there is a donate link in the chat box. If you're able to donate to help us going, as it goes on and on and on, the cost also extends, and we want really, really very much to keep it going. You can choose Daily Antidote in the drop-down menu, and it means that all of the funds you donate will go to artists who are leading us in song. Also, my email is in the chat. If you'd like to receive our daily email with the lyrics and the artists, please send me your email or pop it into the chat. Huge thank you to Colin Bills and to Nico Rossi DeMattis, who are in this room every day like clockwork doing this thing with me. Thanks, guys. We make a great team. All right, so here's the real reason that you're here, not at all for any of those announcements. Today, we are very excited to have with us, coming in from England, Peggy Seeger, who quite honestly doesn't need a whole lot of intro from me. Peggy, we are so happy that you're joining us again today. You're up.
Thank you. I've had some wonderful introductions in my time. There was one point where there was a comedian, an English comedian named Alfie Bass, who always went on the bottle whenever he was the master of ceremonies. So he comes on to this show that I'm on with a lot of other people. And he comes on, he stumbles up to the microphone. He said, I introduce Peggy Seeger, who's Pete Seeger's wife. And so I took him to task about that during the interval, and he stumbled on even more drunk. In the second half, he said, apologies, not Pete Seeger's wife, she's his mother. Oh, good. Yeah, so I've had some really stunning introductions. I've been introduced by somebody who forgot my name. I've been introduced by someone who called me Peggy Seeger. Oh, it's been fun, yeah. Anyway, I'd like to tell you about this song because originally it didn't have the words that I'm going to sing today. It was originally made for a woman, an amazing woman named Lenny Sitnick, who became the mayor of Asheville, North Carolina, back in the 90s, 1996, 97, somewhere there. And I wrote a couple of songs for her campaign. And when the time came for her to go, I'll tell you, it was fun writing a song for somebody whose name is Sitnick. You know, trying to what rhymes with Sitnick? Well, a whole lot of things do. Fitnick, Bitnick, Litnick, Sitnick. You know, so when the time came for her to leave, I thought it'd be good to have a thank you concert. So this was a thank you song for Lenny called "Time to Be Moving On" for the things that she might be going to move on to. But then people liked the song and it needed words that were more up to date as time went on. So that's why I made this song. And I made it as a wedge song, what I call a wedge song, because that back then you were considered to be violently left wing in Asheville, North Carolina, if you talked about climate change, you know. So the first two verses, you never know what you're singing about. I wedge you in with a nice chorus and some nice words. And before you know it, you're singing a climate change song. So it's a wedge song. So I'm sorry not to be able to hear you guys singing. It's in the key of G if you want to accompany it. Okay, I play the piano more now with songs because it's easier with my wrists, which are very arthritic. So here we go. Pretty little baby just been born, time to be moving on. She wakes up smiling every morning, time to be moving on. Learns how to think, how to use its hands, a girl or a boy, then a woman or a man. The next thing you know, it's the promised land. Time to be moving, 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 time to be moving on. Water in the bucket is halfway full, time to be moving on. Cart's too heavy and the horse can't pull, time to be moving on. Add more drops till it's full to the top, put your shoulder to the wheel, then the cart won't stop. Every little body gotta do their part. Time to be moving, 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 time to be moving on. Turn out the lights when they're not in use, time to be moving on. Don't buy plastic, raise your own produce, time to be moving on. Cycle with your legs, make your dinner in a pan, recycle every darn thing you can. Sell a SUV and buy a little van. Time to be moving, 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 time to be moving on. One of the things was, if you were going to join in, join at your own level. You know, don't just, if you don't feel like jumping in and going to Extinction Rebellion, there's other things you can do. Choose your issue and choose your place. Time to be moving on. Choose your level and choose your pace. Time to be moving on. The ship's in trouble, needs a brand new crew. Old Mother Earth needs me and you. She'll welcome any little thing we do. Time to be moving, 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 time to be moving on. The ocean's rising and the wells run dry, time to be moving on. President Trump says it's all a lie, time to be moving on. When you're on the team and you refuse to play, there's bound to be a judgment day. The world may sue the USA. Time to be moving, 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 time to be moving on. No use pretending that we don't know how. Time to be moving on. Tomorrow tomorrow's too late. The time is now, time to be moving on. Hello to the greens, goodbye to the blues. Walk a mile in a polar bear's shoes. There's heaven to gain, the earth to lose. Time to be moving, moving, moving. Time to be moving on. Time to be moving, moving, moving. Time to be moving on. I was lip reading you, Joe.
You,
Yeah.
that's great. I hope
Yeah.
I was getting it right.
It sings
Thank
well, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, I love it. And I love the beat, the time to be moving, moving. It's a great way of coming back in each time. Peggy, thank you. That was absolutely fabulous. And amongst all of the many crises that we are thinking about these days in this room, climate change is another one of them. And as we are reading the news, or wishing that we weren't reading the news and reading the news every day, we're seeing it falling sometimes down the list of things that we see, because there are these other things that are taking precedent. But if you really look at the scope of what's going on in the world right now, it's one of the things, of course, that we should the most be paying attention to. So thank you for a great reminder and a great song. And I'm actually going to thank everybody from Facebook for being with us. And please do join us. In the upcoming weeks, we have Chris Matthews coming up. We have Kofi Dennis coming up. We have a Pinewoods Family Week celebration coming up. So stick around, come back, join us again. And great, thank you so much for having, for being here with us.